This plant is Lavender autoquast or quasti. It's a form of Spanish lavender, Lavender stoicus. And what I'm going to do is cover how to deadhead this. As you can see here, this plant can turn into quite a mess. There's a lot of dead flowers. It starts off with a lot of flowers, but unfortunately they turn into dead flowers. And one of my favorite types of plants is one that is self-cleaning. This is not that. This is what I would consider high maintenance, and there aren't a lot of plants I consider high maintenance, but this is certainly at the top of the list. Those dead flowers will stay on there for years if you do not clean them, as you saw in one of the first pictures. So what I'm going to do is cover how to go through and deadhead this plant. If you don't stay on top of it, what happens is right after it finishes a bloom, it will start to grow again, and the dead flowers will get trapped down in the older growth and make it even that much more difficult to get in and clean the plant up. So this plant has just finished blooming, and you can see a couple of small lavender buds starting to push, and it's going to start growing and doing what I described. The new growth and the new flowers will grow over the top of the existing dead flowers and just make it that much harder to clean it up. So I'm using just a usual pair of a regular pair of hand pruners here, and going through and being very aggressive about how I cut below the dead flower heads down to the foliage level. So you're going to see that when I'm done with this plant, I've removed I don't know, maybe 30% of the plant, and also tightened it up quite a bit. As you saw in one of those earlier photos, these things, if they're just left to themselves, sprawl out. They tend to open up. You'll get dead spots inside. And one of the things I'll say is I don't love this plant in general. If I use it knowing that it's a 2 to 3 year old plant, and I will expect to replace it after that. They grow fast. They're nice. Within 1 year you've got a plant the size of what you're looking at here, but after that you tend to get some dead wood developing in the inside, and especially if they don't get good drainage. These plants, you can just start losing portions of the plant, will just start to die. So know that if you're going to use it, please put it in well-drained soils or locations. And even then, I just find that garden conditions, this plant A, needs a lot of care, and B, it just doesn't look great after 2 or 3 years. I rip it out and they grow back so fast. And also I find they get heavier blooms when they're only 1 or 2 years old. So as you can see, I've tightened this plant up quite a bit. I still like to have it to where it doesn't look like I just sheared the whole thing, and so it's a little loose. And also in the warmer months, this will grow out of this new haircut look right away. So there's our before shot, and here it is after we've trimmed it up to tighten it up somewhat. And that's how we clean up Lavender autoquast.